Someone is doing something wrong. Always try to play until the end. There is no need to burn out. Take a break, sit down, have some tea and cookie, and watch my YouTube video. Hello friends! In today's video I would like to talk about a class known as the assassin in the forester role. This class is skill dependent and requires a wide range of game understanding. You need to consider many nuances in order to play successfully, to avoid losing, and to have a good win rate when starting ranked matches. So what happens first when we start a ranked match? We pick heroes. At this stage it is crucial to pay close attention to what allies and opponents are picking in order to understand the place of the game. For example, if you have the first or second pick, ask for a swap and convince your allies to give it to you. Sometimes someone picks a hero in the last slot to ensure a good assassin pick, and you want to avoid getting countered. If that happens and you get countered, what should you do as an assassin to avoid getting overwhelmed and farm efficiently? If you see that the enemy pick, for example, is very tanky, and you have a hero that deals damage with gold, not necessarily strong in abilities but relies on farming, then farm. Go to the lines and farm buffs, farm minions, cater for the turtle. Try to secure a kill before the turtle, around 20 seconds prior. If someone is already there, join them and assess the situation. If not, don't risk it. Don't try to make a flashy play with your ultimate to steal the turtle because it's not worth it. You lose farm time and the time it takes to respawn and run back to the line from the base won't be beneficial. If they don't allow you to make kills, focus on farming. But don't feed be getting killed, as they will earn gold from you and your team will fall behind in terms of economy. Gradually the team's advantage will diminish. Even if you spend 10 minutes running around and the score is 2-0 in your favor, it's important not to expose yourself too much. If however you have freedom of movement, there are no heroes that truly shut you down, and the opponents are make mistakes, wandering around with low health, or not position themselves correctly, then you can confidently engage and eliminate them. A lot depends on your teammates. If you are being chased in the jungle, be a tank or any support, and they are standing AFK on the line with a marksman, try to poke them. In general, you should poke in all situations. If someone comes to the jungle, you should poke and call for assistance. If no one comes, retreat to the other side of the jungle. Don't try to do anything or take unnecessary risk. If someone goes into the jungle, chances are they are not alone, and an enemy support is trying to suffocate you and prevent you from playing. For heroes like Link and Fanny, it's advisable to initially ask your support, just in case, to stay with you at the buff, so that you don't get easily ganked and your buff doesn't get stolen. Another important aspect to understand as an assassin is the power spike of your hero. You should constantly pay attention to your farm. For example, it's better not to take unnecessary risk until you have obtained your first significant damage item. It's better to avoid risk and only go for free kills. If you know that you can jump in, use your skills and secure a quick kill on a weakened enemy, go for it. But after that, immediately switch your focus back to farming. There is no need to roam aimlessly around the map. Always look for farm opportunities and keep an eye on the minimap. Instead of focusing on attacking creeps and watching them, it's better to constantly monitor the minimap during that time. You should understand how heroes move and try to predict where they might currently be in your mind. The minimap provides a significant flow of information about the game. Opponents often make mistakes, and you can catch them off guard. Watch the minimap. You can see some opponents moving on one side, a support wandering around, attempting something on the map, or someone trying to make a play. In such situation, you can confidently engage and take advantage of their mistakes. There is another important aspect to monitor, which is enemies' purchases. Always keep an eye on what items they buy, such as anti-heal items or defensive items. This is to prevent a situation where you dive onto a weak target, almost kill them, and they activate a defensive safe ability, leaving you standing there, attacking the area which you after attack, while they retaliate and tear you apart. It is very important to pay attention to it, to look at the gold advantage, and how each team is performing in terms of gold. Regarding towers in the team, you should always do this, especially after a successful team fight where you eliminated 3 and 4 enemy players, and the last player has retreated to hide and defend. Focus on pushing to take down towers. If there is a lord available, ping and try to secure it. The essence of the game is to break the enemy's throne. Taking of the role a coordinator is the right action, if you have at least 1 or 2 people responding to your calls. It can greatly impact the chance of winning. Regarding the mental aspect of the game, it is a crucial aspect that can truly win you dozens of matches if you play until the end. Never tilt or get frustrated with your teammates. Instead, always strive to play until the end because, after all, opponents make mistakes too. Very often, such situations occur when there is intense gameplay and you're fighting and fighting, and in the chat, some opponent starts complaining that they've been defeated and they can't play anymore, asking to finish quickly. They start wandering around on their own, which is a real opportunity to end the game. If you're already feeling frustrated, I advise against playing too much because you'll burn out. There will be games where you won't be able to do anything due to poor hero picks or your teammates not playing well, being AFK on the lines, not moving around the map, and not interacting with you. Yes, there are indeed such games where you will face strong opponents, no doubt about that, especially in solo play. My advice is to find a stack, preferably a consistent duo, so that you can coordinate and increase your chance of winning. With a solid stack, your win rates can be astronomical. As for the jungle, I can say on Finn, playing assassin through the jungle requires real skill, especially in terms of macro gameplay, and specifically for assassins. It's all about micro gameplay and micro control. Heroes like Gushin, Hayabusa and many others require precise macro control. Of course, there are also straightforward heroes like Cyber. If you're a beginner, you can play a Cyber or other single button heroes to avoid getting too overwhelming. Heroes that require complex button combinations can be powerful in certain situations, but not always. The draft will be decided by your allies and enemies. For example, in the early games, a hero like Cyber can come out, catch someone, and everyone will jump on them using their ultimate abilities to control and eliminate them. As for the objective, from what I can see, as a jungle, your goal is to play against the enemy jungle or the enemy core, such as the marksman. You initially cleared the buffs, taking the first and second buffs, securing the buff, taking the scuttle, and grabbing another buff. You have a window of about 20-30 seconds where you can rotate a line where the enemy marksman is already weakened, with only half of their health remaining, and you can kill them. If you kill him near the turtle, the 20-second window will secure an easy turtle because there will already be one less enemy hero, making it much harder for the opponent to defend. Regarding smites, they should be chosen individually for each hero. If you have an active hero but lack crowd control, then choose a smite for slow effects. On the other hand, If you have a hero like a jumper who has control but lacks damage, you should choose a smite for damage. Always conserve your smite. You will need it either to secure objectives like slot or turtles, or if you see that using smite will guarantee taking down a specific target, use it on that target. It's worth holding onto, but don't use it unnecessarily just to chase a tank. It's better to wait and give them a slow effect, but I won't have much of an impact. Let's talk about the mental aspect. If you're feeling burnt out, take a break, sit down, have some tea and cookie, and watch my video on YouTube. Take it to heart and tell yourself, yes, I need to wait it out, I need to be patient, gather new strength, draw motivation from within, and enter the game with the intention to crush everyone. Make the right moves, coordinate effectively, assemble your items correctly, choose the right hero, play the game, and finish it to win and improve your rating. When it comes to Assassin in general, it's important to always keep in mind that you are a squishy hero. That's why I mentioned that it's desirable, stroke not mandatory, to find someone to play with. Preferably a support player who knows how to play, has map awareness, and understands what needs to be done. This will assist you as an assassin in snowballing, farming efficiently, securing kills, and pressuring the enemy, preventing them from farming items to the point where their carry becomes unstoppable. You don't want to reach a stage where, after 25 minutes, you lose your effectiveness in the late games as a specific assassin, because you're facing a carry with 6 slot items who can easily burst you down in just a couple of hits. Therefore, assassins focus on killing low HP enemies, or those with big DPS, whom you can eliminate without taking significant damage in return. Never dive in head first, always keep an eye on the enemy's purchases. Pay attention to who is buying what items and observe which abilities they are using. If there is an important ability, like Stigrill stun, wait until they use it on someone else before engaging, but not on you, even if you manage to take down one hero. But Tigreal hasn't initiated it, he can't jump in, control you, and the other 3 heroes can't turn the tables on you. That's the whole trick. You need to closely monitor the game in order to win it. Essentially, it's a game of mistakes. If you make fewer mistakes than your opponent, you will come out victorious. If you don't give away advantages, you will win. The key is to play until the end, not surrender, avoid tilting, and watch my videos. That's all for now, everyone. Subscribe to the channel for more interesting discussion videos, where I will explain other classes and concepts. Well, that's pretty much it. Goodbye, everyone.